Hi, everyone. I'm Frank Mallicoat. I work at KTVU Fox 2 here in the San Francisco Bay Area. My guest is a chef and a restaurateur in the East Bay that has been on quite the journey over the last year because of the pandemic. He's had to close 4 restaurants. He's moved another restaurant. He still has 2 remaining. And it has been quite a year for one Rodney Worth. Let's say hello to Rodney. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm well, I don't know if you could do it in a minute or two, but give our viewers an idea of what you've gone through the last year, Rodney.
Yeah, so we've closed 4 restaurants in the last year. We moved our flagship restaurant, the Peasant and the Pear, to a different location. And it's been a rough year. This has been really hard on everybody, all of our employees. But we had to move our old location just in a pandemic move. We were there for 15 years, but to get a really nice patio with built-in heaters, fans, covering, etc., just so that we could have stayed open and done outside dining.
Now, is the outside dining keeping you afloat? How much longer could you do it?
It is pretty good right now. It's not great, but it is keeping us afloat. And we're doing still a lot of online ordering. People in Danville have supported us immensely, and it's been pretty amazing what they're doing for all the restaurants.
How many employees did you have a year ago? How many do you have now?
We had a year ago we had about a little bit less than 200. Right now we have about 40.
Wow. And
Yeah.
those are working at your 2 restaurants now, right?
Yes. So yeah, we have 2 restaurants still open, and we do have nice patios. So this nice weather has been decent. I mean, we had a cold stretch there where it's terrible in the cold, but we do benefit that we do have really nice patios.
What have you learned about your business in the last year, and what have you learned about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, the business is fine dining has changed definitely, and being able to do all the food to go. And so instead of maybe doing a prime New York steak and French fries that we would serve in the restaurant, for to go, we had to do like braised short ribs and mashed potatoes. So something that could last for like an hour if you went and picked it up, brought it home, stayed hot. So we're doing more dishes that have heavier sauces on them so that they carry and aren't dry when you get them home. We've had to redevelop all of our menus and source different things. So sometimes, the baby carrots are thin, and we've gone to a little bit medium carrot. So it's still moist and hot when you get it home. Pizza boxes at one point a few weeks ago were 75 cents each for a 12-inch pizza. I mean, to-go boxes have gone through the roof. So just figuring out how to box things and properly do things for the to-go business is a big thing.
Yeah. How about yourself? You've had to shut down 4 restaurants. You had to
Yeah.
move in the midst of a pandemic. You still got a family to feed at home. Um, what have you learned about Rodney?
Yeah, it's very humbling. I'm a worker. I wake up every morning and I go in and I'm the one blowing off the patios and mopping floors, and I put stuff away. I do all the ordering. So sometimes I don't even think. I just go into work and just punch in every day and go to work. But it's been a rough year. I've definitely It's a humbling experience because you see who has helped you and who hasn't. There's purveyors who have bent over backwards to get us products because they're hurting too. So everybody down the supply chain that they can has been really helpful. And then you see people in Danville. We've had a family come in and hand me $500 cash to give to the servers. There's a local bar here in town that has a thing called Pots of Change, Auburn Lounge, where they're giving money. They came in last week and gave my servers, I had 2 servers, they give them $100 each.
Wow.
Just to kind of get us through. The servers are the ones who have really taken it hard because they're living on tips. So the minimum wage that they've been getting and the unemployment is just a drop in the bucket, because that's all they get. The all their money is tips, so that's how they're surviving right now. It's been a rough year. We have a lot of servers and busboys that it's been rough.
Are you optimistic though? I know Contra Costa County might drop a tier where you can bring some people indoors, 25%. Maybe the beginning of the end, perhaps?
Yes, I feel like it is. So out of our employees, not one of us has got COVID. So we're very protective. I talked to a lot of restaurateurs, chefs. I haven't really heard of too many cases. So we take it very serious. Everybody's wearing masks, gloves. We use great sanitizers. So, and then a lot of my staff has already been vaccinated. So I feel like it is the beginning of the end. And I actually believe that it's going to be like a restaurant renaissance, where people are going to come out and really think about, because when downtowns start boarding up and closing up, then your $1 million houses around there they don't have the luster, because that's why you buy that in downtowns and stuff. So you could go walk around, there's bars and restaurants and things to do. So I think people, it was a shock, but I think people really starting to understand that.
What's your biggest hurdle right now, looking forward?
Finding employees. Employees are hard right now. We've hired 4 people this week, getting ready to ramp up, and actually, it's still the food cost. People don't realize the food cost has gone up so much since the pandemic. To-go boxes are crazy, and when you have all the to-go boxes, then you have more garbage, and garbage is very expensive to take out monthly. And our New York steak has gone up $2 a pound in the last couple months. So it's just things like that. It's a little nitpicking of everything, but that's what chefs do. We look at every price so we can pass it on to the guest. And even some wine prices from the fires last year, there's been some vineyards wiped out. So we can't offer all the varietals that we've offered before. And then wine prices have gone up also.
When was the last time you got any kind of financial assistance from the feds or the state of California?
Yeah, so we got the first initial PPP loan that basically kept us afloat. But I know there's a restaurant bill that, there's somebody trying to get passed. There's a chef, Tom Colicchio from Top Chef. He's a big supporter of it. And he's trying to get this passed because there will be hundreds of thousands of restaurants closing if there's not some kind of a restaurant relief, where everybody is behind right now. And everybody lost a lot of money. And if they even have money to lose. So this is the beginning of the end, I think, for everybody. That if, I know a lot of people who are paying their labor, everything on credit cards. So this isn't over.
By a long stretch. Do you see anything's changing once you get people back in your restaurants? Some of the things that you have been doing, you may adopt in the future?
Yeah. So, at one time, our restaurant, we had like nice decorations and wicker baskets with things. Now we're going to go a little bit more industrial. Everything's going to be cleaner, metal or plastic. The billfolds, you're not going to get a billfold anymore where people touch. We're going to have it on a piece of stainless steel where you get your bill. There's just little things that we're adding every week. We find some more and more, things that we don't have to touch. We always try to think of the least amount of things we can touch to give to the guests. But definitely we see people are out having fun when they're coming. So we're trying to make a little bit more fun atmosphere with the bar and cocktails and food. So, and I see us not doing so many entrees and then doing more appetizers and share plates and things like that.
Yeah. Was there a point, I know you shut down 4 restaurants, had to move another, where you just said, the heck with it. I'm done. I'm going to go do something else.
Yeah, there was times when I did say that, but I had nothing else to do. I mean, this is all I know. And I'm a fighter, and I've come to work every day since the pandemic hit, and I'm in doing menus every day. I do all the ordering, butchery, etc. I have nothing to fall back on. This is the only thing I know how to do. And anything that I could go do would be in the food industry, and nobody's hiring anyway. So it's just like a domino effect for me. So this is it for me. Do or die.
Talk about some of your signature dishes. I was on your Instagram page and I'm kind of hungry now. They look
Yeah.
fabulous.
Thank you. So yeah, we our signature dish is the lamb shank. It's a big lamb shank. It comes from Superior Farms in Dixon. It's on polenta with gremolata and lamb demi-glace. We do great pizzas, and then we do a pork chop. It's a Duroc pork chop. We actually brine it for 2 days. We sous vide it, and it's those two are like our signature dishes. But we have a lot of, we have calamari and pizzas. So I've always designed the menu to be a neighborhood bistro, where if you wanted to come in and spend $100 and have a really nice bottle of wine and prime New York steak, you can. But if you want to come and have a pizza and a beer, you can do that also. So I just wanted to be a neighborhood hangout. We're not trying to be fine dining. We're trying to be great dining in a very friendly atmosphere. Nothing too fancy, but fun and a nice experience.
And tell our viewers, if they want to get in touch, look at your menu, come down and visit, how do they do it?
Yeah, so the main restaurant, the flagship, is the Peasant and the Pear in Danville. And then we have the Peasant's Courtyard in Alamo. And on my website, it's rodneyworth.com. You can do all the online ordering straight from the website. We're on Instagram. I'm under Chef Rodney Worth. On Facebook, the Peasant and the Pear. We do a lot of social media. We do a lot of giveaways. Yesterday, I did a tea tasting, so I posted that on Instagram. We are very into food and drinks, so we know what we're doing. We have a lot of employee. We go to Napa and wine country and bring the employees, and we're pretty good at this.
I know you are, and it sounds like you're very hopeful too. Still,
yes, very hopeful for just not just me, but the surrounding restaurants. But Danville has been, I can't even say. I mean, it's incredible. The people have supported us, and all these other restaurants. It's incredible. Great people.
We are rooting for you, and I know everyone else is, Rodney. All the best to you. I want to thank you, Rodney Worth, for sharing some of your thoughts. And let's get those doors open and be able to fine dine again.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right. He's Rodney Worth. I'm Frank Mallicoat. If you'd like more information, newsnowfox.com. Have a great day, everybody.